What's up, fam? Welcome to Lust, Let Us Speak Truth. I'm your host, Nick. We got the crew here. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey.
Trav, I unmuted you. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Hello to all my people out there.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, y'all. Today's topic, we're gonna do a man like my father versus a woman like my mother in a traditional household. So here's my first thing. Why is it okay for a woman to say she wants someone like her great father, but it's a problem when a man says they want someone like their great mother?
I
This
think
is excellent.
with men, there's a lot of rules and regulations. I think with women,
I
this is
agree.
just my opinion. With women, there's not so much. There are expectations, but there's not a lot of rules that comes with that.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Trav?
I agree with that. I agree with Tanya too. But as a man, there's a lot of rules and expectations. And again, when you are supposed to lead the family, it's tough. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys have no idea what that means. That means putting other people before yourself
Right.
at
Right.
all times.
So, like most times, a man will ask a woman to have traits like their mother, like cook, clean, etc. But the women get attitude and says, "I'm not your mother. You got mommy issues." Why? Go ahead, Lanita.
Hmm.
So I maybe I could be on the minority on this part of it. But if a man says that I remind him of his mother, I
Mhm.
don't I don't really see it as like I don't really see it to be offensive. Because I feel like um
Well, here's the first thing. Does he have a good relationship with his mother?
that's what I was gonna say. If he has a good relationship with his mother, I think that that's more of a compliment. And the reason why I say that is because us as women, especially if we're already mothers ourselves to our own children, we're automatically going to be a nurturer to a man. And sometimes the men, they're close with their moms.
Mhm.
So they look for, and I could be wrong, but a man does want to look for someone who cooks and cleans and wants to nurture. So if you're saying, hey, babe, don't forget to wear your hat outside because it's cold and I don't want you to get cold, that could be me acting like a mother to him. But at the same time, he's like, yo, she cares about me. She cares about my well being. She makes sure that I'm good. So
Right.
I personally don't find offense to the statement.
Right.
And my opinion on that, there's a difference when a man says, "You remind me of your mother," or versus, "I want you to act like my mother." The
I see
same
that.
way.
What's the difference, Tanya? What's the
That's the
difference?
that's the next question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I get excited, honey.
So the question is, what is the difference in dating a man that wants positive traits like his traditional mom? And wait. Did I already do that one?
No.
And dating a man with mommy issues. So
What are
what's
mommy issues?
that? What?
A man with mommy issues, to me, this is my own opinion,
Mhm.
don't have his own, it's not self-made. Don't have his own opinion. Always look for some type of what I want to say, some type of goodness from his mother. You know what I mean? And I forgot the word that slipped from my mind, but looking for that it's okay, son, type of thing. You
See,
know.
and when researching the difference, I found dating a man with traits like mom, they cook, clean, support, they're humble, teach them how to be a goal-getting man. When you date a man with mommy issues, they're lazy, expect you to do it all, doesn't know how to love, not affectionate, and disrespectful to women. They are not the same.
No, they're not the same at all.
That's the difference.
Okay.
That's deep right there. I guess. I mean,
So you could date a man that, you know, I just don't understand. Like, you always hear women, if let's say your man wants you to clean or cook or whatever, which you already got that established if you like to cook or not, or if you like, well, no one likes to clean, but you got to clean, right?
Right.
But if someone said, if a man says, you know, I need help with, I need you to clean more, do you get offensive to that, or do you say, motherfucker, I ain't no maid?
I think
I'm gonna
it's
ask him what's his standards. Like, okay, well, what am I missing that you're picking up on that you're not liking the way that I do it? Because I like to be clean as well. So if I'm missing over something that you're seeing, then that means you just need to let me know so I can so it's now on my radar.
Yeah, because your way
Or
of cleaning and his way of cleaning can be completely different.
right.
Go ahead, Trav.
I'm I'm an extremely clean man. So let's take gender out of it when I say that. So when I hear y'all say that, like a lady would just have to be really, really not watching me or not going on my frequency to not take heed to how I move in the house. Like and you said a lot of people don't like to clean. Well, I do. I like lines in the rugs. I you know what I'm saying? I got like a little push broom that I go around on the floor and you know what I'm saying? That's just stuff I do. I like washing clothes, all that. So for me, that shit is cool. Like in a lot of I mean I can't understand why. Like I don't like nothing dirty at all. The
Right,
shower, I don't like no ring in the toilet. It's just stuff I just don't like. So
right,
when you say that, like I make it easy for a woman. Like you don't really have you. I mean, you could. I want you to do those things to help out, but I cut the grass every week, and if I had time with my job, I would probably when I had it set up before, I used to cut the grass twice a week because I like lines in the yard. So when you drive up, the outside would mimic the inside, and vice versa. So you know what I'm saying. I don't
right.
like dirty cars or none of that. So I mean, that's just me. I'm anal about stuff like that. But I got that. My father
Comes Rory.
was, yeah, my father was super. He was something else when it came to that.
Yeah. So just clean, clean. See, and that's the, because to me, when a man cleans and when a man does, cooks or does traits that a woman is characterized to do, that's a turn on.
it is. It is a turn on. And boy, you'll get me in the kitchen naked. Trust me.
Or
Yep.
I'll go
Every
right
single
behind,
time.
Tanya,
go right behind you.
Tanya,
About
Tanya.
Hey,
Brrr,
Karen,
brrr.
Rose
but
on here, but we can't see him.
it'll make you want to do more. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That true helpmate come to surface. So yeah, I'm like you, Nikki. It's a turn on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ladies, hold on. Ro, are you coming in or what? I'm confused.
He's muted.
I asked him mute, but his video's not on. I think he's having issues. Okay, so he can, Ro, come back. Click the link and come back. Okay. So, okay, ladies, what if the man says to you, and let's just talk to not you personally, because we all know how we are, but let's talk to the world. What if the man says to you, it's not my job to perfect and provide. No, provide and protect you. I'm not your daddy. So if a man is with a woman and the woman says, you got mommy issues, I ain't trying to do all that. And the guy says, well, you want me to protect and provide, I'm not your daddy.
Well, now, what's the point of being here now if we're gonna disrespect each other like that?
And
I mean, what we need to do is work together. I'm not asking you to be my daddy, and I'm quite sure you're not asking me to be your mother. But we are asking each other to take the responsibilities and take each role seriously, and let's just work together for the betterment of both of our relationships. Both
so
of our relationships.
key theme, traditional roles. Go ahead, Trav.
I got one thing to say to that though. um that I don't like. When women don't change their last names, and I know it's a little off, but it's in the topic,
Mm-hmm.
then I feel like you need to go marry your daddy if you go stay with him if you don't want to change your last name. I don't like that shit at all. That's just like a
Um,
something I
That's
don't like that.
disrespectful. That's I mean,
I,
if
I, I don't like that. I don't know where people and then you got men that sit down when they pee saying that they changed their last name to their woman's name. I don't understand that either.
I know somebody who did that.
Yeah,
I thought it was weird.
he's
I thought it
yeah,
was
he's got a vagina that hangs to the outside. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
hey, let me okay. Moving on. A, a, lo- a lot of men are attracted to women that look good. Now, not you, Trav, but talk to the world. A lot of men are attracted to women that look good. What about substance? Why don't they care about substance up front?
For what? Who cares about substance? Men are visual.
Why not? If you're trying to get somebody or be with somebody and let's say you're on the hunt to really try to find your wife, try to find you a wife,
Yeah, and you want somebody that look good.
right?
What else?
And you find a woman and she's
Okay.
fine as hell and you get her and she's just fine. She may be able to cook a little bit, but that's it.
But
What
most men will go down. Most men will go down a couple of points to get a good woman. So a dude to marry, I'm just using a number. A dude to marry a 6, that's a good girl, before his wife a 9 that can't do anything.
Okay.
Well, a dude to go down a couple of points to do that. But I'm saying, but you can't go down to go get a 3. And you said this before on one of the clips. You was like, you know 9s and 10s that can't get a date.
Yep.
But
So do.
but but I do won't go down like for me, if that was the case, I'll date a 6 strong and be with her strong if she has qualities. But I don't want to argue with you and all that. I ain't dealing. I'm too old for that. Like that, and now at my age, I don't want to deal with none of that. No arguing and all that. That's crazy. So yeah, you got to be cooperative. Like in at this point.
Yeah. Okay. This one right here. This is something that I picked up on this video that I saw. So a lot of times women that grow up with abusive, negligent fathers and the mother stays around really grow up dating folks like their mom. They date men that don't protect them. They are closed off. They don't communicate, just like the mom didn't protect them or stand up for them. You guys,
mm,
That's pretty much true because you mimic what you see. You mimic what learned behavior. So that's a learned
Yeah,
behavior in an
y'all think
environment that's
y'all
only
think
that,
so?
yeah,
huh?
I think
I
so.
said, y'all think so?
I
Think
think
so what?
it's learned behavior. It's a learned behavior.
Oh,
Like if you got
I was talking, you cut me off, Trav, but go ahead.
I apologize, man. It won't ever happen again. So sorry.
But as I was saying, it's a learned behavior. I mean, if that's the environment, you are the what the environment that you stay in, you know. So you become that environment. And if that's all that you see, and you see that as a leadership role, uh, that's that's what you take on. That's what you adopt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the women saying that they like bad boys. Why are women so attracted to bad boys?
Yeah.
They're exciting, they're different, and they're forbidden.
I love my life too much. So, I mean, I think at one point, everybody or every good girl goes through a stage, right? Who was it that sang that song? It was Beyonce and Mary J. Blige. It was dang, I can't remember the song, but it was a song and it talks about how a good girl likes a bad guy and it tells you why. But I think every girl kind of goes through this little phase. But then as we get older, we realize like, our value and what we look for is so much more.
Yeah. Know your
Then
worth.
that temporary
Know your
fix,
worth.
yeah, it's a temporary because when we're young, we go off of these temporary feelings like, oh, this feels good for right now, right?
Right.
And then we don't look at, okay, well, what about tomorrow or 5 years from now? Our goals and stuff are so,
Off.
it was this, yeah, our compass was just completely off. And then as you get older, you be like, yo, like, he's a little quirky, but I can deal with it.
But see,
All right.
that's like the women. The women look for men, like I said, either the bad boys or
Mm-hmm.
fine dudes that have money or the fine dudes that have been in jail, but they feel safe because they're buff or they ain't afraid of stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Go ahead, Trav.
Well, the thing about that is that like what you like today usually ain't what you like when you're 35. That's just a fact of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? A guy with an edge. It's rare that you meet a guy that's got an edge and is about business like that. Like that's a rarity to meet a guy that don't take no shit, but still take care of business. Because usually guys that don't take no shit like that, they don't take care of business. They do what they want to do. But when you find both, that's a rarity. So when you do get a guy and you get older, you want the security. You know how important healthcare is. You know how
Right.
important it is somebody having good credit. You know how important it is that when you flick the switch that the lights come on. When
Mm.
you're young, you don't understand all that. You don't get how
They
important
don't
that is.
they don't teach it. You got to learn that from home. And if you got
Mm-hmm.
parents that don't teach you at home, you ain't never gonna learn until you're older.
Exactly. So you get older and then you look around and you're like, oh shit, the good guys, they're the good guys are kind of boring because he's routine. He got on Sunday night, he's laying down because he got to go to work the next on Monday.
Mm.
But that guy that doesn't have that discipline, he'll go out and shoot pool on a Sunday night, and you like the argument, why you leaving and you want to be with him and all that. But he's like, but the regimented guy, he's gonna do what he's supposed to do because he's supposed to be doing right. And that's where as women, I think a lot of times women that's a hard pill to swallow for women because women is like you guys like the excitement of somebody in your life that it's got a little edge to them.
Yeah.
But if and a lot of guys, I mean, most people that are routine and have business about themselves don't have that edge. Their edge is I'm gonna take care of business year in and year out. Even like the comment with the chick, everybody been talking about the bus driver thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy because I know men that operate in those fields, the electricians, the plumbers, and all that own extremely nice homes, have large bank accounts, and I know business owners that borrow money from them.
See, and I think women are so naive when they meet a man and the man doesn't exploit his money. He just says he has a job. He's taking care of himself. He may rent an apartment. He's got a car. And because of that, they look at him like, I don't want nobody that rents, or I don't want nobody that just drives a Toyota. I need me a baller.
And guess what?
I
That
And
think
I, I,
that
people,
but hold on. With
I,
that
I
being
wish we were recording. I wish we were recording, but somebody's gonna see this. Ladies, those men have health care, and the health care that they have is not in an LLC. If your teeth fall out, his health care will put them back in your head. Don't be an idiot. He can help you when
oh,
your thyroids are out of line. He can
listen,
help you.
listen though. Real talk though, like you have humble ass people that if they have a lot of money and they don't exploit it, how do you really okay, let me give a scenario. So I know somebody who makes over triple figures, owns his home, and he's out there right now. And but the women that he meets, they're beautiful, but they say, "Ooh, what kind of car you drive? You buy or own? You buy or rent? Or like, what does that matter up front? What does that matter?"
Well, I
people
think
like,
I think and it depends on the age too of a woman.
Let's say
A
she's
lot
40
of
let's say she's 48.
okay. So at the age of 48, you looking for stability. you know, you're looking to know that he has money in the bank, that he's not gonna ask you. He has somewhere to live, and he's not gonna say, hey, well, you know, I got kicked out of my apartment or my house or whatever the case may be, and I need to stay with you. So I think it's more of a stability type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Have you guys
Um,
dated out of comfort?
Dated out of comfort.
Meaning,
women do that more than men.
I definitely think
Expound.
women do that. I think women definitely do that more than men. I think women date not necessarily out of comfort. Maybe, I mean, maybe it is comfort. I think women date um because they don't want to be by themselves. But what I was gonna say is sometimes we have unrealistic expectations on the other party, right? And we have to understand that we need to match the person that we're gonna try to be with. Not and what I mean by if people try, so many people are trying to level up, like, oh, I'm trying to evolve, I'm trying to level up. You don't level off of somebody else. Like, you're supposed to level yourself up and then you match somebody. So if I'm driving
I,
my
but Nita, in particular, I don't really think that. I think that you can take two people that get on the same playing field with each other. And what two people can achieve is amazing if you really are serious about each other and you push your
I
chips to the middle of the table. I think a lot of people say level up. It's easier to get a guy, a high six-figure guy, or mid to high six-figure guy, and get on his team. But those men, they don't really take a lot of shit. Like, they're not gonna go along with anything they don't like. But
That's true.
if you build with somebody, like, you guys start and build and go forward, y'all can achieve a lot together.
But what I'm saying is before you even get to that point, some people or women try to come up off of somebody else.
mhm,
So what I'm saying is level yourself up first. Whether if it's mentally, financially, emotionally, you want to level yourself up first. So therefore, if you know that person is driving a Toyota and you're driving a Kia or whatever, you know you match somewhat. I remember someone was telling me when you date, now this was years and years and years ago, when you date, make sure you date somebody that you match with, you know. If they have their own car, you have your own car, they have their own place, you have your own case, you got two kids, they might have two kids or three kids, or you know, it's not too off. But
yeah,
you make sure that your situation pretty much matches, because sometimes you can get in situations where your plate is heavy and the other person's plate is light, and they don't understand what you're going through as a person because they haven't been there.
yeah,
They don't know your struggle because they haven't experienced it. So when you get with somebody, you just kind of want to make sure that you match, you have something in common, because compatibility and companionship is two totally different things.
right.
And a lot of people get those things confused. I want to be able to be compatible with the person that I want companionship with.
Yeah.
Right.
And another thing to be off that is communication equals what?
Sex. No,
I
I'm
got
just playing.
you. Communication equals comprehension. You can talk to somebody all day. You could think that you're doing the right thing and communicating with your partner, but if your partner does not understand what you're trying to say, it's never going to go
It's
anywhere.
yeah, it's like it's a broken language.
Blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to be able to understand and
You-
comprehend what the person is talking about, because if not, you're gonna be like, what the hell are you saying? I was on the phone the other day and I'm like, what? Huh? And the person was like, he was like, what you talking about? And I'm like, what are you talking about? We had to stop the conversation and make sure we were on the same page,
Right.
because I'm like,
That's how a lot
what?
of arguments happen.
Right. But granted, we were talking about juice, soda, and water.
But
So, and I'm like, what are you
but
talking about? A tub, you know what I mean? And we ended up, and so I'm like,
But Nita, this was what I know. Not to cut you off. I promise you, I'm not cutting you off. Most guys like like women listening from the chest, like their heart, and dudes listening from up here. So you're trying to make sure it makes sense. And a lot of times men don't, they're not conversationalists. Like they get lost in translation, they get lost in conversation. And women are listening from the heart. So you like you said, y'all had to stop and figure out what the hell are we talking about here? Like, are you no, you said, nigga, you still following what I'm saying? And he's thinking like, well, hell, I was just going with the conversation to keep it going. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of times, you know, I just wish men would just be honest and talk about the things that they want with a woman as opposed to pandering. A lot of guys get in conversations and pander to you all and just say whatever. And
Mhm,
that's just bullshit.
mhm.
That's worse than me telling you than the thing that was sent to the text when the guy was reading out all the things that he wanted from a woman. He's telling you what he wants, as opposed to a guy pandering just to go along with what you're saying. That's bullshit.
Let me
Just
ask you a
keep it out.
question. Communication equals comprehension. If you were with somebody, let's say you were married of 5 years and your woman put on some weight, how would you tell her that you don't like it?
Okay, so I got to come out of my box for this because I'm not that type of guy. Like if you gain weight, I'm still gonna hit that big meat. But um 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 sorry.
You ain't sorry. You
What if
ain't
she
sorry.
loses? Wait, what if she loses a lot of weight
Wait,
and she
wait,
don't have
wait,
no big meat to hit? It's
wait.
just
Let's do the
bones.
first one. Let's do the first one though. The first one
I'm gonna answer that too. I'm gonna answer that too, Nita. Um,
outside
um,
the box.
I would say, hey, look, man, I work out because I do. I work out. I'm gonna get you to work out with me. That way, boom. Okay, cool. You know that
What
I'm
if,
hitting at it.
look, role play.
Okay.
Let's go.
So what's up?
So you're telling me,
Okay,
that
so the pair of jeans, the light color ones that I like when you wear, you can't wear them no more, right? So we'll just use that as role play.
right, right, right.
All right, so babe, I get up at 5:30 every morning and I put about 30 to 45 minutes in daily. I think you should start getting up with me.
Well, can we do it at night? Because I'm not a morning person.
That's cool. I'll compromise with you. We could do it when I get off.
Okay. And then that time comes and I never go.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is all the ice cream sandwiches and cookies and gummy bears and juice. I'm gonna throw all that shit out. Like it's gonna be in a sack and I'm gonna put it in the trash.
But she's still gonna sneak it. She can still eat it. You're not up under her 24/7. Like,
Now
why
how
would
much weight
why,
how much weight has she gained?
let's say she gained like 50 pounds.
That's a problem. That's a
Uh,
problem.
so so my point is, why would it be so hard for you to tell her, baby, you put on some weight?
It won't be hard for me,
No, not
but
you, but I mean, just
but
if you're me.
but a lot of men because a lot of men don't want the backlash of saying you're overweight because how you all feel. But here's the thing, y'all. Booty do is what it is. You can't do anything about that. Booty do is what it is. When your stomach sticks out farther than your booty do, it's a fact. There's nothing you do about that. It's
I thought
just
that was called a fupa.
No,
yeah, but no. The fupa
the
is that
football is
is
down
no
below.
no. The fupa sloops
No,
upward
no, the
like
food
a
covers the coochie.
Yeah, it slopes
yeah
down.
yeah
Covers the
yeah.
coochie.
No. It goes it, but you have to lift up. But when you lay flat, it's like a small dune hill. It's okay.
Okay, y'all, let me ask this. Let me ask this. Hold on. Oh my God. Do y'all believe the things you lacked in your childhood you crave from your partner, but don't know how to achieve that goal due to not having the knowledge?
What do you mean in childhood? Crave
I
what?
I do. I get what you're saying. Go ahead. I mean, I think that that's true. Me being the middle child growing up, I feel like I didn't get a lot of attention or a lot of positive attention. So when I'm with somebody, um, getting affection is so
What is
important to
that?
me. I don't know. Getting affection is so important to me because I give it. Like I give it all day, and then I expect it and I want it back in return. But and I think because of the way that I was raised, like I said, I'm the middle kid, and then my mom was so hard. Like my mom was hard on us, and my dad was very gentle. And it's like, so I expect like a combination of them two out
Right.
of one person, and then I want the affection.
Right. And see, to me, that brings up like the 7 languages. The,
The
the
love languages.
and for me,
Yeah.
I'm an affirmations girl. So I liked it. I never was told a lot like good job or I'm proud of you or you did the job. You know, I never had a lot. So that's not me.
Yeah, that's you. A lot of static.
No, that's
No, I think that's Travis. Mute Travis.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's Trav, that's yours.
And see,
I'm muting you.
and
But like for me, like that whole affirmation thing, I like to be told good job. I like to be appreciated, you know, and that's something that I lacked in my childhood that I didn't receive. So I looked for that in my partner. You know,
right.
is there anything that you guys lacked in your childhood, Tanya and Trav, that you look for in your partner?
I would say my mother she's loving, but she was hard. Like I said, because it's all men. It's 5 sons. So I didn't have a traditional mom that would just like we didn't as great as my childhood was, we didn't say I love you all the time. That came with the grandchildren.
Mm,
From all my brother's kids and my kids. That came from the girl saying, "Grandma, I love you," and all that, which broke her down a whole lot over the years. So when I deal with a woman, when a woman gives me those words, it plays heavy on me. For me, that goes a long way as well.
there is something with your mic.
Me?
Well,
Yeah, it's
for
got a lot of
me,
static.
for me, um, there was nothing lacking as a child growing up in my household. Actually, my mom and my dad both put us, the girls, in modeling, this and that and the other. Now I can't say the same for my brother. However, it started lacking for me as I got older because there was expectations of me that wasn't expected from my siblings. So I just felt that my parents was a little bit more harder on me than they were on my siblings.
Okay, that's a good one. Mm. Well, those are the questions that I have for tonight, y'all. Whew. That like got me a little bit. Affirmation. Affirmation.
Affirmation.
What is it that you guys, when you meet somebody, and let's say you're in a relationship, what is let me say, the top 3 things you require in your relationship?
Honesty, compassion, uh, and being stable
Okay,
mentally and financially.
that's 4. You
Oh, okay.
one.
All right.
What would you require in your future relationship, Lanita or Travis?
Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first.
And so I think it's more than 3, but
Only just do your top 3.
it's not even a top. I mean, a lot of them kind of go hand in hand. So I'll just say in a relationship, I would require loyalty,
Mhm.
commitment, and communication.
Okay. Trav.
Feminine, um, agreeable,
Mhm.
and that smart mouth stuff. I can't take. I can't take. Like I'll shut down. I can't take that smart. I like, and I don't mean like you can't disagree with me. I don't mean you can't have your own opinion. I mean
So what is a
that
smart? What is
that that thing that and I can't speak and I don't know about women, but it's embedded in Atlanta, like that boss chick, you're deserving, you owe something, I owe you something. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, like the guys have come to Atlanta that do the pranks,
Mhm.
where they have like a Ferrari or they have something or they have a new Corvette.
The gold diggers.
And the gold diggers. And these chicks are saying, I don't work, you owe me. Where the bag at, all that. And they don't know these men. They're getting in cars. So the entitlement is ridiculous. Like, how do I owe you anything? And you're sitting in my car telling me we should be odd. So that's why I say, like, those things right there in a relationship with a woman, I just cannot. That smart mouth where I'm gonna say whatever I want because I got a vagina is just uncool to me. I don't understand how guys go along with that.
Yeah. More, yeah, I would say more the entitlement part. Like there, I do know a couple of women that walk around thinking they are too entitled to trust and believe. Whew, can't stand it. Whew, can't stand it. But is there anything that you guys would want to ask on this topic before we close it out?
I want to add one more thing to help the ladies out. If you are a liability in a relationship, ladies, and you're a dusty foot loser, just get out of it and leave the man alone and go on about your business because
Yeah.
you're killing good men right now. There's some good guys out there. There's men that you have friend zoned. And Charles, that's in prison, he's not going to ever get out. So stop going down there and wasting your time and marry another man that can help you and help you out with your badass kids. Um, it's probably the best
My
thing to do
God.
because if you don't, you're gonna be a cat lady and you need to invest in cat food for cat stock because you're gonna get old by your goddamn self. And
Ladies,
that's all I want to
to that.
say.
Ladies, take heed to that. That is real
Huh.
tough.
Wait a minute, how long? So Charles will never get out, Trav?
No, that son bitch now he fighting and he's in love with Jimmy, and he's not gonna tell you. And him and Jimmy kissing like a motherfucker, and you going out on the weekend.
Oh my
He ain't
God.
coming home. I'm sorry. I listen tonight.
You-
I I had a shot, and I want to tell y'all the truth. The boy ain't coming home. He don't want to come home because he loves Jimmy. He doesn't love you. So
I'm
if
done.
you want to get your son that need reading lessons through the 8th grade, get you a good man that like him, and he'll throw the ball in the backyard and probably help you out and get you some health care. But anyway, I'll let y'all talk. I've said enough.
Ladies, is there anything that you would want to say?
I'm concerned about Charles. I've been seeing Charles for the last
Yeah.
3 months. That
Well,
nigga talking
I'm telling you, Tanya, don't worry about Charles because Jimmy has a 10-inch penis and he is tearing Charles' ass up. Anyway,
Oh gosh, I can't stand it.
about.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say, ladies, before we close out? You're good.
Travis said it all.
Travis said it all.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
'Cause- So, ladies, remember that if you trying to marry a man in jail, he has Charles. So let him go.
Let him go, baby.
And on that note, y'all, I love y'all. Until Sunday, or wait, no, Wednesday. It is Sunday.
Wednesday.
Until Wednesday, we will holla at you. Have a good week. Deuces.
And peace.
Oh, and subscribe to Lust. Let us speak truth. Enjoy. Holla.
One more thing before we go. Are we
Go ahead.
still we still on?
Yes.
Yes, last thing, seriously though. Out there, if you don't know what Odabo means, it means later, Jack. So just add that up, and by Wednesday you can add that up and figure out what that means. I found that was off Fred Sanford. I just wanted them to know that too. That was some more good stuff. Odabo. Later, Jack.
Adabo.
We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Adabo.
Adabo.
Odabo, Jack.